Comfort is the most dangerous addiction in the modern world, and it's disguised as peace. Every time you choose easy over effort, you're trading potential for temporary pleasure. The truth is, nothing great ever came from staying comfortable. Comfort kills urgency. It weakens hunger. It softens drive. The winners, the top 1%, they're not addicted to comfort. They're addicted to growth, and growth lives in pain. You've got to rewire your thinking. Get obsessed with struggle. Get addicted to chasing what's difficult. If it scares you, stretch toward it. If it hurts, lean into it. If it's uncomfortable, it's exactly where you need to be. Because on the other side of discomfort is the person you're meant to become. Let's get one thing straight. Your mind is powerful, but it's also programmable. And for too long, it's been programmed by comfort. Soft couches, fast food, instant answers, endless scrolling. The modern world teaches you to avoid hard things, to chase convenience, not commitment. But if you want success, if you want greatness, you have to reprogram your mind to seek out the struggle. That means when your brain says, take it easy, you respond, let's go harder. When it says, you've done enough, you push for one more rep, one more hour, one more sacrifice. Because success doesn't come to the most talented, it comes to the most disciplined. You can't wait until it feels right. You train until the discomfort becomes right. Because what once felt impossible eventually becomes your normal. This is mental toughness. Not doing what feels good, but doing what's necessary, no matter how hard it gets. That's how you grow. That's how you win. That's how you become undeniable. The new normal, it's not comfort. The new normal is choosing discomfort. Every single day. Here's the secret the average person never learns. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your compass. Pain is the proof you're doing something that matters. Every time you choose the hard way, you're building something far more important than just results. You're building resilience. You know what weak people do? They avoid pain. They hide from discomfort. They tell themselves they'll start when it feels right. But here's the truth. The ones who win are the ones who start when it hurts, when it's early, when they're tired, when no one's clapping for them. When you win, when the comfort zone is screaming, take the day off. That's when the warriors rise. Because when you choose the hard stuff, day after day, you stop breaking. You stop folding. You become pressure-proof. You learn to walk toward the fire. Not because you like the pain, but because you know what it creates. Discipline, strength, unstoppable momentum. So today, instead of asking, what's easy, ask yourself, what's hard, and how fast can I chase it? Because in that struggle, that's where your power is waiting. Let's get real. Comfort is expensive. Not in money, but in missed potential. Every day you choose easy, you pay with the version of yourself you could have been. Think about that. Every skipped workout, every extra hour of sleep. Every time you said, I'll do it tomorrow. You weren't just delaying something. You were trading your future for a few moments of comfort. But champions, they know the cost of comfort is far too high. So they show up anyway. They train when they're tired. They grind when it's boring. They suffer now because they know easy now means hard later. The truth? Comfort feels good now, but it steals your power later. And discomfort, the grind, the pressure, The late nights, the early mornings, that's what builds the life you actually want. Your dream isn't waiting inside a cozy, convenient life. Your dream is buried under repetition, rejection, discipline, and discomfort. And the only way to uncover it is to keep digging, even when it hurts. So, stop chasing comfort like it's a reward. It's a trap. Start chasing the grind like your life depends on it. Because in a way, it does. Discipline isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. And the way you build it is simple. Do the hard stuff every single day. The problem is, most people wait for motivation. They think, once I feel like it, I'll start. But the truth is, if you wait until you feel ready, you'll never begin. You don't rise when you're ready. You rise when you've trained yourself to move without hesitation. The winners? They don't need hype. They don't need perfect conditions. They've built a habit of doing what's hard, because hard is the standard. And here's the secret. The more you do hard things, the less power they have over you. The cold mornings don't sting as much. The tough workouts stop feeling like punishment. The long nights become fuel. You stop dreading discomfort and start seeking it, because you realize this is the way forward. So don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for the mood to strike. Build the habit. Train the discipline. Make the hard path your home. Because the person who conquers hard things consistently, that person becomes unbeatable. Want to stand out in this world? Want to be irreplaceable, unstoppable, and unforgettable? Then start doing what everyone else avoids. Most people avoid pressure. They run from resistance. They choose what's popular, what's easy, what feels safe. But
you're built for more.
You've got to chase the path that makes people uncomfortable. Why? Because that's where the opportunity is. That's where growth lives. That's where competition is thin and rewards are massive. You want to be respected? Start doing what cowards won't. Wake up early. Train when it's raining. Work through doubt. Stay late when others go home. Say no to the party and yes to the process. That's how leaders are made. The hard road might be longer, but it leads to everything worth having. The easy road, it might look tempting, but it leads to regret, mediocrity, and wasted potential. So the next time you feel pain, the next time you're tempted to back down, check it. Remind yourself, this is where most people quit and where I push harder. The people at the top, the high performers, the legends, they didn't get there by accident. They got there by chasing the things most people fear. So ask yourself today, am I running toward resistance? Or am I hiding behind comfort? Then do what champions do. Chase the hard stuff and make it look easy. You've been taught to fear pain, to avoid it, to see it as a punishment. But here's what no one told you. Pain is a privilege. That burning in your muscles, that's growth. That failure you're facing, that's feedback. That discomfort in your chest, that's the sign you're finally stepping into your power. Because pain is not the enemy. It's the indicator that you're leveling up. See, the greatest people, the ones who changed the game, they never ran from pain. And they ran toward it. They knew that behind every struggle is a new strength. Behind every fall is a rise. Behind every rejection is redirection. And you've been gifted the same opportunity, but only if you see pain for what it truly is, your training partner. It doesn't break you. It builds you. So next time it hurts, smile. Next time it burns, lean in. Next time it gets lonely, remind. Here's the truth. The most powerful battle you'll ever fight is the one inside your own mind. In that battle, it's not won by chance. It's won by the story you tell yourself every single day. Too many people walk around saying, I'm tired. I'm not good enough. I'll never make it. And they wonder why they never rise. That story, that weak narrative, it becomes their reality. But the greats, they speak a different language. They say, I don't quit. I figure it out. I'm built for this. Because they know what you repeat becomes who you are. You want to break free from comfort? Start by rewriting your story. When it's hard, you say, this is where I grow. When it hurts, you say, pain is progress. When you feel like quitting, you say, this is where winners are made. Comfort wants you quiet. Comfort wants you soft. Comfort wants you obedient. But you weren't born to blend in. You were born to rewrite the script. So speak power, think power, act power. Because the moment you change your narrative, you change your life. You know when success is built? Not on stage, not on Instagram, not in the spotlight. Success is built in the shadows, when no one's watching. While they're sleeping, you're grinding. While they're distracted, you're locked in. While they're chasing comfort, you're embracing the challenge. That's what separates the average from the elite. Comfort says, take it easy, nobody's watching. But greatness says, push harder, because nobody's watching. Winners know the truth. The spotlight only shines on what's been relentlessly trained in the dark. That early morning, when your alarm goes off and your body says, no, that's your moment. That's the test. That's where champions are made. You don't need applause. You don't need validation. You need consistency. You need grit. You need to keep showing up, especially when it's hard and unseen. Because the work done in silence, it screams in the results. So if you're still waiting to be noticed, stop. Stop performing for the world. Start performing for your future. Do the hard things when no one sees. And soon, everyone will notice what you've built. Because real success is born in the shadows. Let's make one thing clear. There's no shortcut to the life you want. No hack, no secret, no cheat code. A hard way is the only way. And the sooner you embrace that, the sooner your life changes. See, the world is full of people looking for easier money, easier work, easier success. But easier doesn't make you strong. Easier doesn't make you sharp. Easier doesn't make you legendary. You want mental toughness? You want next-level confidence? You want to walk into every room with unshakable power? Then earn it. That means taking the stairs while others ride the elevator. That means putting in the reps when no one else will. That means doing what's hard and doing it again when it doesn't pay off right away. The grind will test you. It will frustrate you. It will stretch you. But that's exactly the point. Because the hard way forces you to grow into the kind of person who can handle the life you're chasing. And if you're not willing to grow into that person, you don't deserve that life. So stop looking for easy. Stop waiting for the smooth road. Start demanding more from yourself. Because the hard way, that's the only way that leads to greatness. Let's be honest. Motivation comes and goes. Some mornings you feel fired up. Others, you won't even want to get out of bed. That's normal. But here's what separates the successful from the stagnant. Discipline. Because discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline shows up regardless. When your body's sore, discipline trains. When your mind's foggy, discipline works. When the excitement fades, discipline finishes. You see, motivation is a spark, but discipline is the engine. Motivation might get you started, but discipline gets you results. Anyone can work when they're hyped, but can you stay committed when the energy dies down? When the crowd disappears? When no one's clapping for you? That's the test. And if you pass it, you become unstoppable. You don't need more motivation. You need more structure. You need a system. A mindset that says, I do the work, no matter what. That's what makes winners. They don't rely on mood. They rely on mission. They follow through when others fall off. And that's why they finish strong, every single time. So forget waiting to feel ready. Forget chasing a vibe. Show up anyway. Discipline is the flex. Pressure, it's what most people run from. They say it's too much. I'm overwhelmed. I can't handle it. But here's the truth. Pressure is a privilege. Because pressure doesn't break the strong, it reveals them. Every champion, every leader, every warrior you admire, they didn't rise because it was easy. They rose because they were forged under pressure. You want to level up? You want to live a life that turns heads? Then you better stop avoiding pressure and start welcoming it. Pressure forces you to focus. It sharpens your instincts. It strips away the weak version of you and exposes the one who's ready to dominate. Think about it. A diamond is just a piece of coal that refused to crumble under pressure. And if you want to shine like one, you better learn to stand tall when the weight hits. So when it gets heavy, smile. That's your sign you're leveling up. When the world expects more from you, deliver. When it feels like too much, remind yourself, this is exactly where I become great. You weren't built for comfort. You were built to carry greatness. And greatness is always born under pressure. You weren't born just to pay bills and coast through life. You weren't created to blend in, to settle, or to chase comfort like everyone else. You were built for more. But society has a way of conditioning people into average. They say, don't work too hard, just be realistic, take it easy, and over time, that message buries your fire. But deep down, you feel it. You know it. You are not meant to be average. The problem is, average is easy. Average is safe. Average is crowded. But excellence? Excellence is uncomfortable. Excellence is lonely. Excellence is paid for with discipline, sacrifice, and pain. If you want that kind of life, one that makes a real impact, you have to train like you're chosen. You can't keep shrinking to fit in with people who are too scared to grow. You can't keep dumbing down your potential just because it makes others uncomfortable. No. You step up. You rise above the noise. You chase the path fewer people take, the hard one. You want different? Then move different. You want uncommon results? Then develop an uncommon mindset. You want to win big? Then stop thinking small. You're not here to just exist. You're here to excel. So take the limits off, burn the blueprint for average, and remind the world you were never meant to fit in. You were born to stand out. Let's talk truth. Life doesn't wait. It doesn't slow down for your doubts, your fears, or your comfort zone. It moves. It tests. It transforms. And you either evolve with it or stay stuck watching others pass you by. Growth is uncomfortable. Change is painful. But nothing is as painful as staying the same. You think staying in your routine is safe? You think repeating yesterday is stability? It's not. It's a trap. Every day you avoid the challenge. Every day you say, I'll start tomorrow. You're training yourself to settle, to accept just okay. When deep down, you were built for extraordinary. Winners don't fear evolution. They chase it. They know discomfort is the price of greatness. They tear down the old version of themselves, brick by brick, and build something stronger, sharper, and unshakable. So, what's it gonna be? Stay stuck, safe, small, and invisible? Or evolve, and finally step into the power that's been waiting inside you? Because you can't have both. You can't chase comfort and chase greatness. You choose. The grind doesn't reward hesitation. It rewards adaptation. So stop trying to protect the old you. So, let go of who you were and make room for who you're becoming. This is your evolution. Own it. This is it. The final hour. And the message hasn't changed. It's only gotten louder. Comfort is the enemy. Comfort is the slow death. It lulls you into mediocrity. It convinces you that good enough is enough. But you didn't come this far for comfort. You came for transformation. You came to push your limits. You came to find out what you're really made of. You came to conquer, not coast. So chase the hard stuff. Chase the early mornings, the long nights, the lonely roads. Chase the grind when your body's tired and your mind says quit. Chase what breaks most people, because that's where the real ones are built. The world won't hand you success. It won't gift you greatness, but it will test you. And every test is asking one thing. How bad do you want it? Hard is the way. Hard is the truth. Hard is the only path that leads to legendary. The greatest version of you lives on the other side of discomfort. And to get there, you've got to fight. Not just once, every single day. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just getting started. And now, there's no turning back. So wake up early. Train harder. Push further. Demand more. Because comfort is the enemy. And the hard stuff, that's where your power lives.